Hey everybody, it's Bridget Lynn Dolgoff and Conscious of Economics and Urban Farm Project YouTube. So anyway, I kind of want to talk about some stuff that I was thinking about this morning and just, like information that's been coming in. And in this reality, it's always a wait and see kind of a thing. This world works so slow. It's like a slow. So I was thinking about, like all this weird morphic energy type stuff and stuff that's kind of like, shorting out on my side. And then I was thinking about, how many of us on the planet have suffered, so many blows that we're just, victims and have accepted this victimization. And then on top of it, we martyr ourselves to, get something that is not, remotely of equal value for who and what we are. And all of this seems like the positive things, these things that are in the field that we're coming closer to coming in. Looks like now, as of the last couple of days, they've been pushed back out, far away, which is very, emotional for me. Because, it puts a lot of things into question. Like, number one, I definitely want to move away from Reno and where I'm at. I just haven't really found the ideal situation, and I don't have the resources to, pack my stuff up and head out, because I want to do it, once and for all. But then we've got all these earth change stuff that's coming into the mix. And this is, this is what I believe. I believe without a shadow of a doubt that because of where we're at and how we operate in the morphic field, how we, all the emotional and mental stuff is what's creating what's happening. And like my teacher Bobido used to say, we can do this the hard way or we can do this the easy way. Well, if not enough people wake up and we still keep going down the same, path, then, the earth has a choice in this, right? Things can be created that can kill off, a large amount of the population, destroy, it'd be the earth kind of taking things over. And it would regenerate itself, So, for the earth, it's better for the earth to get rid of us. Humans, for sure. Hands down, without a question. But he also said we could do it the easy way or we could do it the hard way. If we could just wake up, start taking care of our earth, we could go into a whole other, paradigm, if you will, creating a whole different, magnetic, morphic system. But it looks like we're just not doing that. So this whole thing about comets and stuff hitting the earth, and, we'll have to see how that goes. But, I interviewed this guy, this Russian guy, amazing guy, named Valery Yurov, who basically, said that there is some technology that is in Siberia that he and some other people, attempted to go and find, but it was implemented by, obviously not us, not humans. When when the last big comet hit the planet. And he said that it's this, some type of technology that now keeps, they know this from looking through ancient stuff and ancient texts, and it's at the point in Siberia. So what it does is it actually has a deflecting device, so it deflects comets and meteors and other things from actually hitting the earth, right? And like I said, I have no idea for sure, and I think whatever anybody, is focused in on is what they're creating. So you got all these people that are focused in on Nibiru. Well, then they see this other planet in the sky, or they see other stuff going on. And a couple nights ago I saw some weird stuff in the sky, and it was very kind of an interesting stuff. So we have to be really careful about what we want to create. I mean, what do you want to create? You want to create a pristine earth where, the earth heals and we help in that effort? Or, are we going to create, mass destruction on the planet? Because it's all individual. It's all up to each one of us. And I'm not I'm not into the new agey ascension stuff. And actually, I really hate those people because, they're creating this whole thing about, they're going to separate the chosen ones, they're going to leave the planet and they're going to, go somewhere better. There's been a lot of movies where, there's children that are taken, like a boy and a girl, to create the new Adam and Eve on a new planet or reality. And this really, makes me mad because I just don't think that that's going to happen. I don't know how you can be participating in our incarnation over and over again on a planet or a world or a reality and be involved in what's been done, and your families, that you were born into, what they've done to the planet, and somehow, be removed from that personal responsibility because there's no soul evolution, right? There's no human evolution that's taking place in regards to it all. So I think we have to be really careful about what we're feeding. There's that great native story about the two wolves, and the outcome of it is that wolf brothers, and one's a good wolf and one's a bad wolf, and the whole ending is about which one do you feed. So I think people, we really have to start paying attention, like what kind of reality you want to create, what kind of world you're going to create, because it's going to get more crazier and it's going to get more survival-y, and you're going to have to really think about, how it's going to play out for you and how it's going to play out for all and how it's going to play out for this world. And that's what's going to come about, whatever the majority is. So with that, I think there could be some really big earthquakes coming because, this whole Nibiru situation, from what I've heard, is that the last time it was 55, and I don't know if it's a comet, an asteroid, a planet, whatever the reality of each individual that's creating it, and then that percentage rate. And that goes back to supposed history, but past, present, and future is happening simultaneously. So what are you creating? So supposedly the last time that it flew by, when we had the whole world flood, Noah flood, epic, everything was massacred and killed, it was supposedly, this is the story, 55 million miles away when it did the flyby. This time around, they're estimating that it's 70 million miles away when it's going to do its flyby. So we have to be like, okay, so what's the difference? And so if that reality plays out, that means that, you're going to want to be somewhere like in the middle of the United States. Not, on the coast, not anywhere where water can splash up for hundreds of miles. And could there be a flip? Could there be a polarity flip? Or is it just going to create a magnetic crunching stress, pull fracture to the earth? So we have to prepare for that reality to happen, because there are people that are attached to that reality, especially a lot of these, Anunnaki people, and so we just don't know. Past, present, and future happening simultaneously. So be careful of what you create. And you're going to have to hold that attention in your mind, a lot longer, and be, responsible for it. So, yeah, so I don't have all the answers. I'm just trying to think about, where do I see myself? Where do I feel like I'm best suited? I've always wanted to be up in the Idaho, Montana area. And, I started getting stressed out today because it looks like the funding is not going to finish up. Now there's all these things going on. And all the financial stuff is now pushed out. They're looking at 10 years right now, all of a sudden. Well, that's not going to help me now. And to get my stuff packed up and moved to a place where, I can start planting food and seeds and herbal medicines and, getting started now, because that's like the main focus that I want to do. I don't even have really a place to go. So I started kind of stressing out about it. And then I thought, you know what? I'm going to put a photo up. 2 weeks ago, I told my star family, I said, hey, you guys are not sending me enough, hearts. Hearts is our thing. They put out hearts everywhere, even if in a playing deck. They'll give me the 6 of hearts, 6 of hearts, 6 of hearts, because it's being on the right path, being in the right place. And so these hearts that show up in my world, I just said right now I'm nervous. I'm a little bit more stressed out, and I just really need more support, So if I am every day, in the right place, then give me something that has a heart on it. Well, yesterday morning, I'm like, gonna make some potatoes for breakfast, and boom, there it is, a heart right on the potato. I picked it up, looked at it, and was like, there it is. So I know that I'm in the right place in the right time. And now I've just really got to focus in on what I want to do, keep doing the seed swaps that I'm doing, keep working on that. And then, I really feel like they're going to put me exactly in the right place. Probably will happen at the last minute, but they'll put me in the right place. So I just really have to kind of trust them right now. And they're just going to keep signaling me with the hearts, letting me know that everything's kosher, you're good, don't worry, just focus in on food, focus in on growing, get that in your mind, thinking about it all the time. And then, when it's time to go, the trigger will be pulled. But I did have a friend of mine say that she had a dream, and she said, when it's time to go, it's time to go. Make sure that you go. And so, yeah, I'm ready. I've got everything together, and I'm just ready. And, I'm just going to read the signs. I'm going to pay attention, because, we're creating our reality live, real time. So I have to see what the overwhelming effect of what people are creating in this reality, while I'm simultaneously holding on to my vision and my intention of that. And then, doing all of it together. And then, trying to help other people to understand kind of where we're at. I mean, it is kind of doom and gloom because of us. Not because of, history or prophecy or anything else. It's doom and gloom because of us, because we're helping to manufacture the cataclysmic, not so good, future in this moment. And it doesn't have to be that way. Okay, that's what I've got for you today. Bridget Dolgoff, Conscious of Economics, and Urban Farm Project. Get out, clean up your river. Get out in your areas and show the earth you care. Clean up garbage wherever you see it. If you don't have anything else to do, clean. Clean the planet. All right, everybody, it's Bridget Dolgoff. Talk to you soon. Thanks so much for listening. Bye.